Blake Lively Deposition, pages 76 to 80. Objection. I don't know. Prior to January 2024, did you ask anyone on your behalf to send a written complaint to Sony? Hudson, well, Friedman, she can answer yes or no. Hudson, well, objection to the extent it calls for attorney-client privileged communications, in which case I instruct you not to answer unless you can answer that question without revealing privileged communications. Friedman, yes or no answer. I was told by an executive at Sony that I could not complain. I could not file an HR complaint through Sony. Who told you that? Ange Giannetti. And when did she tell you that? May of 2023. Did she tell you that on the telephone or in person? Telephone. Did you call her or did she call you? I believe I called her. Do you know, was it in the evening or during the day? I don't remember the exact time. Do you recall when in May of 2023 that you called her? Late May. And what did you say to her? We spoke about a few things. Do you recall what you said to her? Yes. What do you recall? What I said to her in general, or are you asking? As much as you can recall. I and my baby had contracted COVID from the set, and we discussed that. We discussed issues with scheduling and that we weren't making our days. I asked her if she was told that the crew was asked to come in early so that I could attend a concert because I had a feeling that while I didn't solicit that, it was offered to me as a way to make the day because we had a strict cutoff in Hoboken and we were falling behind and they wanted me to come in early. And I was often coming in early because we weren't making our days. They said, do you want to come in early and we'll get you out for this concert? And I said, I'm happy to come in early. I'm here to work. I don't need to go to a concert. I'd love to go to a concert, but I would not ask work to accommodate that. And they said, no, it's better for us. And I said, okay. And I had a feeling that it was being presented as if I was the one that requested that. So I asked her if that's how it was presented to her. And she confirmed that, yes, it was presented that I asked for everyone to come in early so that I could get out for a concert. And I expressed concerns with our first AD that I understood our other producer, Alex Sachs, to share. And I discussed wanting to file an HR claim with Sony given experiences I had had with Justin Baldoni and Jamey Heath. Did you tell Ange during that call what experiences you had with Justin Baldoni and Jamey Heath? I started to, yes. When you say you started to, can you tell me what you recall saying to her? I recall telling her that while on set, Jamey had approached me, asking if I had a minute without telling me what he wanted to show me, and that it was a video of a naked woman, and that I was very concerned and disturbed, and I asked him to stop. And I told her that I felt like the set was untenable and unruly, and that there was no structure, and there was no one in charge, and that the people who were in charge were misbehaving, and that I felt like I had nowhere to go. And she said, well, you can't file it through Sony because we don't run physical production. We're just the distributor. You have to file it with Wayfarer. And I said, well, so I file it with them about them, and they're meant to investigate themselves and share the results and make it better and safer. Do you guys have visibility into this? And she said, we don't oversee physical production. And I said, okay, then just please don't say anything while I want to talk to my team and I want to understand how to handle this because this is a really unique position. You don't normally have the studio also be the director, also be the co-star, and also be the financier. When signing on to the film, I thought Sony had a greater hand in the film, which is part of what gave me confidence. And that was really shocking and unsettling. And so I asked her not to say anything while I figured out how to handle it to make it safest and make the workplace tenable for me and others. I also expressed that others had had experiences, but I wasn't going to speak for them. When did you find out what Sony's role was in connection with the film? Hudson, objection. That was the first moment that I understood them not to have as a meaningful of a